Hello again, it's Connie Valentine, and today I'm going to talk to you about the top 5 secrets to healing your depression or helping you to overcome your depression. So, as some of you know, I experienced a lot of depression in my teen years and in my early adulthood, and the conventional routes of treatment for depression didn't really help, and I didn't really want to go down that path. So I had to go on my own personal journey of healing and discovery and researching for myself what were the best ways to heal from depression and from anxiety and stress. I had extreme stress, and that was from a lot of things, from pressure, external pressure that I placed for myself, and messages that I'd learned from society about, having to succeed. There were also some, probably some nutritional elements to it as well. And so I went on a research myself to learn on how to heal depression and anxiety, or how to heal my own depression and anxiety, so that I could also help others, because I really did not want anyone else to experience what I was experiencing. It's awful. And many people take their own lives as a result of unhealed depression. So it's got fatal consequences. It's quite serious. So today I'm going to share with you the top 5 things that helped me overcome depression. And even when I had repeated instances of it, how I brought myself out of it quicker and quicker and quicker, to the point now, even if I feel a slight vibration of fear or anxiety or any slight, I don't even go there. I can snap out of it very, very quickly. And in fact, I don't even go down there anymore to those levels of vibration. And it's easy to become depressed as a result of life situations. For example, work loss, financial stress, trouble in the family, relationship breakdown, death, trauma, stress of all kinds can lead us to depression. And even anxiety that doesn't get addressed can end up leading to depression. And all of them kind of relate. Stress, anxiety, and depression, we can have them all at once. Each situation and each person is different. But I'm going to go now into my own 5 tips on how to heal your depression. So, tip number 1, or secret number 1, is meditate. And I know I speak about meditation a lot, and I can't say enough. It's like a savior. It literally saved my life. Through meditation, I learned to find my own inner peace. I learned that I was a divine being, and that society conditioning of what success or what failure is, or who I was not true. I was a divine being. We are all multidimensional beings. You are a divine being. That's the truth. And I could create my own sense of self-image and self-worth. It was determined by me. And I could unconditional or rewire my own thoughts through meditation, through calming the mind and being able to identify those thoughts and changing them, so that I could have a belief system of self-love, self-worth, and self-belief, knowing that I could fulfill my own life purpose and life mission. And that's secret number 2, is once you find your sense of self-love and peace through meditation. After meditation, I just felt happier. It just changes your whole energy and your whole body. And it's been practiced for thousands of years. The sages have known this for thousands of years. And even the traditional religions, they call it prayer. Meditation is like a form of prayer. It's like you can give thanks through meditation. You can just be at peace, be grateful, be at one, and just be in the present moment. Your mind calms down. You feel peaceful. You feel happy. And that's what we go about running around doing things for, just so that we can feel happy. So secret number 2 is, after you feel happy, after you feel that peace, is to spend time in nature, being grounded. Spend time around people that make you feel happy. Reinforce that vibration of love, self-worth, self-identity. Support yourself with people that love you for who you are and reflect that back to you. Sometimes you might not have those people around you. You might have to do that through videos or through people in the virtual realm now. And that was what I was doing for a little while, is that I would read books or connect to people that were supportive and loving, or and telling me, yes, I could shift my reality. I could love myself. I wasn't diseased, or I didn't have a mental problem or some brain chemistry imbalance. we can shift our brain chemistry through meditation. And there's research that's been done on that now, and all about neuroplasticity. And Norman Deutsch has written a book about how our brain physically it changes, like our brain matter changes. So we are physically rewiring our brain and body chemistry through meditation, and I'll go into that a bit more in another video. But for now, let's keep talking about the secrets to curing and healing your depression. It's not even about curing it, it's just about transforming your own perspective, and therefore you will overcome and transform your own depression to feeling happier and more peaceful inside. You can't feel happy and depressed at the same time. It's really hard. And so the third secret is know your purpose and passions. This was probably the biggest factor, or one of the biggest factors. I know, people that I talk to that are, that are going through depression, especially depressions that have not been caused by external factors such as job loss, and even that can lead you to a sense of loss of purpose or loss of mission, or, the meaning of life is gone. We don't know what we're doing with our lives anymore. Or a change in family situation, or children leave home, big life changes and transitions cause us to question our life and the meaning of it. And it's important to reform new purpose and new passion and new meaning in your life. So, that can change and transform over time. But that was a big thing for me, was actually, what is the meaning and purpose of my life? What am I here for? It's an existential question. And this is a big part of not feeling depressed. When you know that you are here for a reason and a purpose, and you are connected to that reason and purpose, even if you have to do a little bit or work a little bit towards it every day, or connect with it a little bit every day, you are building momentum and you start to feel self-worth. And you could choose, your passion and purpose. And meditation, again, will help you with that, as well as a few other activities, which I will discuss later on in this video, and as well in many of my other videos. So knowing your passion and purpose. How do we do that, you ask? Well, there's many different ways. First way I would say to you is, what books are you reading? What do you love doing? What are your hobbies? What is surrounding your house? For example, you can see pictures in the background, and I like gardens, I like, nice surroundings, and you can see that in the background. I've got pictures of different places. I've got pictures of Rome, I've got pictures of Paris, because I like traveling, I like talking about it, I love looking at books and pictures of different locations. I just enjoy meeting new people and seeing new places, and that's a passion. I stayed connected with it, even though at that age, at age 16 and age 18, I couldn't really afford to travel and and do any of that stuff. That I was still at school and wasn't working, or I was working part-time, but it wasn't enough to travel. So I kept it inside myself as a dream, and now later on I'm doing that. I'm traveling and visiting all sorts of amazing countries. But that's because I stayed connected to my purpose and my passion and my vision for what I wanted for myself. So knowing and keeping a belief that you can actually do it is really important, because it's so easy to feel depressing that we can never have what we want in our life. It's not true. So connect. The first step is just to connect. Don't worry about what your mind says. Your mind says, no, that's not possible. That's just conditioning. That's belief systems that are keeping you trapped in your current reality. Let that go for now. Just let the thoughts go. They're like clouds across the blue sky. Just let them float past. You'll have all sorts of limiting beliefs and thoughts cross your mind. That's fine. For now, just connect. Just connect. Maybe write down what are the things you used to love doing as a child. What are the things you love doing now? You might love certain sports. You might like, fishing, or you might like artistic endeavors, painting. You might like horse riding. You might like gaming. You might like fitness. You might like health, like I do. Health topics. You might be passionate about meditation. You might be passionate about crystals. You might be passionate about beetles, anything, animals, anything. You might have, an activist spirit in you. You might want to defend the rights of animals, or defend the rights of the environment, defend the rights of people in certain legal situations. There is a purpose, and all of it is important. There is a reason for it all, and you have your purpose, and there's a reason why you have an interest. And another little trick that I was reading somewhere, I can't quite remember where I was reading it, but I learned about passion, and passion has two sides to it. We have love and we have hate. We have things that make us angry. Passion can also arise out of something that you find disturbing, or you're not feeling at peace within the world. For example, you might get angry at the way animals are treated in certain realms of reality, such as, in farming or in food production or in other countries. And that might lead you to, start something in relation to animal welfare, or you might have might get angry about something you see on the TV, or about violence, or, right now they're burning down the Amazon rainforest to make room for cattle or to make room to grow meat production. It's crazy stuff. We get a lot of the oxygen that's produced for the world is coming from the Amazon rainforest, and yet we're burning it down. It's insanity. Why are we doing these things? That might make you angry. You might want to spread awareness about that, creating solutions other than that. Maybe we could just eat less meat. There's plenty of plants, and instead of burning down the forest, we could plant more plants-based foods, plants, fruit, vegetable. There is an abundance of that. It's unlimited. You plant a seed, and that tree will grow you a bundle of lemons, apples, oranges, all sorts of fruit and vegetables, and it doesn't stop. And you don't have to kill any animals to feed yourself of plants, and fruits and vegetables. So this is just certain things that you might get passionate about. I'm not saying that that's what you have to do, but just think about the things that you're passionate about, the things that make you angry, the things that make you get excited, the things that make you come alive, those are also your passions. It's not just about what you love. It's also about what arises passion, what arises anger, what gets your fire going inside you. Connect to those. Start writing some things down. And then you'll start to slowly find and connect to your passion and purpose. And eventually you'll find a connection. For me, I got really passionate about health, about healing, about sharing spiritual development, about meditation, and the difference it can make in people's life. It's something simple, it's something free you can do. It can help you with depression, anxiety, stress, all sorts of health problems. It can literally shift your life, and indeed it has. Many people, myself included. So connect with your passion and your purpose. That's a big one to helping you heal your depression. So what's the fourth secret to healing and helping you to overcome your depression? This is a fun one. It's called exercise. It's called movement. It doesn't, you know what? Let's not call it exercise, because sometimes people don't like the word exercise because you feel like it's going to be a chore. Just move your body. Dance to your favorite music. Yeah, let's get moving, Enjoy, have fun with exercise. It doesn't have to be a boring, weight training class. It can be fun. Put some music in the background and enjoy doing an exercise routine. I love going to do aerobics classes with certain teachers because they have great music. I love listening to the music and have a fun personality. So connect with maybe an instructor that's, you find it fun and exciting. And that helps me to exercise. And now I love exercising. It actually, not only is it fun, but you actually get a chemical high from exercise. You have these chemicals in your brain, neurotransmitters called endorphins. And these endorphins, the levels of these endorphins rise when you are doing exercise. And that's why you feel so good after a good workout, after a walk in the park, after a jog, after, playing a game of soccer or basketball or whatever your sport is that you like doing. Because chemically, your body is releasing these feel-good hormones or these feel-good chemicals. And it's literally chemically changing you to feel good. It's lifting your mood. So exercise to feel good. Dance to feel good. You will feel alive. That's tip number 4. That's going to help you lift your depression. Now, I have to say that was a big one for me. Like when I started exercising, I knew that at least for 1 hour when I was at the gym, it was really hard for me to feel depressed. Sometimes I would kind of pause and stop and my thoughts would come rushing back and I'd, start feeling sad again, thinking, my life is going nowhere. I've got no purpose. What am I doing at the gym? I know it's going to end when I go home and I'm going to feel sad again. And that was my brain. And with time, I stopped having those thoughts. I literally changed my thoughts, because your thoughts and the way you feel together are creating your life. So I exercised, and that literally started to change the way my body felt. I chemically felt good because I was having these endorphins running through my body. And I thought, you know what, how can I extend this? So I'd get home and I'd start dancing. I'd just start moving my body because I would want to do anything that would get me out of this feeling of depression. And I thought, you know what, there is some power to this. I can shift this. I have control over this. If I can shift my body, I can feel peaceful, I can feel happy with meditation, I can feel alive, I can feel energetic, I can feel great after exercise. You feel like this big release. You've sweated out all these toxins out of your body. So there is a number of health benefits, not just depression to, exercise. It's a big one. I can't. I'm going to just keep saying it over and over again because it's so important. So that's tip number 4. So what's tip number 5 to overcoming and healing your depression? Tip number 5 is just let it go. Be free. Just allow yourself to have fun. It's not all about trying to force something to happen. We need to let go. And I remember I was reading somewhere, perhaps it's come back from, some religious or spiritual texts. I read somewhere to this phrase, let go and let God. And then and this was all the way back in my early 20s, and it just came to mind again, a couple of weeks ago when I was stressing out about trying to get things done, and, I was trying to control things. I wanted a particular outcome, and I'm trying to push and push and push. And we live in a society that, we are measured by KPIs, key performance indicators. I know when I was working in an office job, in insurance and banking, that my performance was based on these key performance indicators. If I wasn't meeting those objectives, well, I wasn't performing, and, it affects your pay, it affects your ability to move forwards in the organization and progress your career. And also it's your own sense of self-worth. So I felt like, geez, if I don't meet these objectives, I'm just going to be failing. I didn't want to let the people around me down, and I didn't want to let myself down. But we end up placing so much pressure on ourselves because as time went on, these KPIs became more and more unrealistic. And I'm seeing this, all around me more and more these days, that a lot of corporations are downsizing. They are, we're firing people, and they're not replacing them. And so the people left are left there to do twice as much work. And they were really busy before, and now they're doing twice as much work with less resources, less staff, less people. And everyone's under pressure, everyone's under stress. And this is just creating an epidemic of depression, anxiety, and stress. And so it's so important to come back within yourself and just manage that, your own expectations of yourself, and be okay with this and realize what's happening. That sometimes you have to let go of control. You have to do your best and be okay with it. When you do your best, that's all you can do. And I remember that's actually a big lesson I learned from my mother, because she saw me being stressed with school. And she said, you know what, Connie, you can't get to the stars in one leap. And this was a big, little lesson that she used to say to me all the time, because I wanted to be up right at the top. But, I was down here, and I had to climb little step by step. I couldn't take the jump in one heat. And that doesn't mean you're a failure. For some people, it means they've got to take 10 steps. Some people got to take 20 steps. Some people got to take 100 steps. But that doesn't mean you're a failure. That does not mean that one person is better than the other. This is what our society does. It competes. It teaches us we have to compete with each other. That person is better than that. This is the number one person. Those are the stars. Those people on TV, those celebrities, they're the stars. You're not the star. Hello, I disagree. This is the biggest thing that, I used to really annoy me when I used to see it. I realized, what? The stars are up in the sky. They're not down on the TV. They're not out there, people. Why is that person a star? They're not a star. The stars are up in the sky, and the stars are you and I. Hey, that rhymes. Right, so just remember that. The stars are up in the sky, and the stars are you and I. So just remember, you are the star in your own life. And make it so. Be your own star, do your passion and purpose. And when you do that, you are going to feel like a star, because it's your divine mission. So these are the 5 steps to overcoming depression. These are sort of the big ones. When you do them all, step by step, don't overwhelm yourself. You don't need any more stress. You don't need any more pressure in our lives. Just take it one step at a time. Trust in divine timing. And that was another secret that I realized, that there is divine timing. You are connected to everyone and everything around you, including the objects, that are in your life. They are all a reflection of you. Have a look. I'm this bookshelf. You are the bookshelf in your life. The glass, the door, the chair, the table, the lights, the pictures, everything. We are all of it. And because we are connected to all of it, we are all one. So therefore, we are all stars. We are connected to the stars. In fact, we've come from the stars, if you want to look at it that way. The great Big Bang, the explosion, as they say. You know, we all came from the same space. We're all stardust. Literally, we are all stardust. We are stars. So look at it that way. Realize your own self-worth, your own value. You are valuable. Don't let society dictate what your value is. Just because you did not do a degree, or just because you did not, you know, you're not the best at the sport, or you're not the best determined by society's judgment and perspectives of what the best is, or you're not a TV celebrity, or, you know, does not mean that you can't share your gifts with the world. Does not mean that someone isn't going to benefit from that. This was a really big message for me personally, and something I really want to share with you as well, is that you are important, you are worthy, and I want to hear what you have to say. And I know that there's a lot of people that want to hear what you have to say. Sometimes it's, you know, the everyday people that have the best gifts, not the people on the TV, not the people that, you know, society gives value and power to. You know, and oftentimes those people are signing contracts to do certain roles and certain performances, and it's not even their real self that we're looking at. We're looking at photoshopped images. We're looking at actors and performances and people that are reading off teleprompters. You know what? You have your own unique gift. You are your own star. Be that star and know that. Value yourself. Validate yourself. And this is another thing that meditation also helps you do, but it's also something that you teach yourself. So I think I'm going to end it for now. Remember, love yourself, be yourself, honor yourself. You are worth it. You are the star in your own life. We are all the stars. Like the stars above, you know, the stars are in the sky, and the stars are you and I. Just remember that. You know, I'm going to make that into a little song. Remember, be healthy, be happy, and live your passion. Bye for now.